It's time, guys. It is time. Bulking. I told you there was going to be an episode, and here we are. I'm delivering the bulking episode. Here we fucking go.
So, be the change. And if you don't want to be the change, you're not ready to be the change, then stop complaining.
Okay, so the most I've talked about bulking is basically, if you're a girl, eat 300 calories more than your TDEE. If you're a female, and then if you're a male, eat 500 more than your TDEE, right? So take that, hold it in your brain, now erase it, because you're about to learn a much more technical and specific approach to how to bulk. Okay? Here we go. So it's not just, a one-size-fits-all number. Not at all. It is based on a percentage of your TDEE. So think of your TDEE as 100%, right? That number is 100%. That is the number to stay exactly the same. So this is not true. This is not how you cut, okay? But I'm just saying it as an example. So let's just say if 100% of your TDEE is maintenance, call it 70% is your deficit to lose weight, right? That's not true. That's not right, okay? It was just an example. But for a bulk, so if 100 is your maintenance, your bulking number of calories to consume daily is 110% of your TDEE, which for some people will roughly come out to 300 calories more than your TDEE or 500 calories more than your TDEE. But for the most specific, accurate number, it's 110% of your TDEE. When you do that, now you can't just eat a bunch of fucking food and hit your calorie number. Because again, the whole premise behind a bulk is eat more than you burn equals weight gain. Consuming more calories than you are burning in a day will cause you to gain weight, right? Okay, so if the whole idea behind a bulk is gaining weight, your body's not going to differentiate just because you decide that you're on a bulk and you want to gain muscle. It's not just going to be oh, okay, that's what we're doing now, Roger. I'll just, I'll put this into my muscle. No, dude. No. If you're eating more than you're burning, it's going into your fucking fat stores. Unless you are working out. Okay? That's where the physical activity is a necessity. With a deficit, with a cut, totally fucking different. You could totally not exercise and just eat less calories than you're consuming and you'll lose weight. That's totally fucking different. But with a bulk, no. I'm sorry. That's not how it goes. If you're trying to gain muscle, if you're trying to build muscle on a bulk, you're working out. You're working out a lot. Because that's how you're going to gain the healthy weight. Because when you're eating extra calories, those extra calories have to go somewhere. Do you want them to go to your fat stores? Or do you want them to go to building muscle? If you're not working out, it's going to the fat stores. All right? So let's talk a little bit about working out. The next week's episode is actually going to be like exercises for muscle building. But I'll just go a little bit right now for the sake of explaining a bulk. So the 3 big lifts, right? The 3 Olympic lifts. That's your flat bench press, your deadlift, and your squat, barbell squat. So with those 3, the reason those are the 3 big lifts is because, contrary to popular opinion, those are actually full body lifts. Because with those, okay, so with bench press, your arms mechanically are doing most of the work, but you're not just if you're literally only using your arms and your chest to get that fucking weight up, you're doing it wrong. Your feet are pressed very hard, pushing into the ground. Your core is engaged. Your fucking butt is your glutes. You're squeezing the fuck out of your glutes. It's a full body exercise. Same thing with the deadlift. If you're just trying to strong arm it, just trying to pull it up, you're doing it wrong. Okay? It's actually more of a lower body exercise, a deadlift. A deadlift it's a back, the major muscle groups that are happening are your back, your hamstrings, your glutes, pretty much for a deadlift. Your heels are pressing into the ground, right? Your core is engaged, right? And your hands should pretty much just be like meat hooks. Your arms are not really doing any of the work at all, except for the grip strength, okay? So when you're doing a deadlift, it's actually all in your hamstrings and in your glutes and in your back. Okay, so again, a full body exercise. And then your core too. Your core needs to be fucking tight as shit for a deadlift. So that's why it's a full body exercise. Squats, same fucking thing. It's your quads, it's your hamstrings, it's your butt, it's your core, it's everything. Your whole body is working for these lifts. And that's how you can do such heavy weight with those. Okay, so think about like bicep curls, right? You really can't do much more than just fucking curl the weight, right? The only muscle that is working is that bicep. Because you can't really use anything else. You can squeeze your core, for sure, and tighten the rest of your body, and that'll probably help. But, I mean, the mechanical, thing that is happening there is the bicep is contracting. That's it. So, that's why those 3 big lifts are, like, huge, right? You could possibly get away with just doing those 3 big lifts, like work out 3 days a week. Chest day, deadlift day, squat day. You could do that, but don't fucking do that. Because if you're already in the gym, you might as well get something out of it, right? So what you want to focus on for working out for a bulk, right, is going to be high weight, low rep. You want to be lifting the most weight that you possibly fucking can. And you only want to be lifting it for like 4 to 6 repetitions for a bulk, right? So because the heavier the weight, and so there's 2 theories on this also. Like, my theory here is high weight, low rep. And then I do like a fuckload of sets of that until I can't do anymore. That's how I like to do it. Okay, but then there's also the people that'll tell you like, no, do like burnouts. Do high weight, but that it should be a weight that you can do like 12 repetitions with. That's what my boyfriend does. He does fucking like 12 reps of like 365 pounds or something like that. I actually don't know how much he lifts, but for deadlifts, he'll throw on like a fuckload of weight and just do it as many fucking times as he can, and just like super high repetition. And that works for him. That's what he likes to do. I don't. I'm not an endurance kind of girl. I've always been bad at long distance, long term. I'm not good at that. I am really good at sprints, and I'm really good at short term. So I can bust out really heavy weight for like 3, 4, 5 repetitions. And then I'm like, fuck that. Like, that's what I am. That's who I am. Hi, my name is Allie. Right? But I mean, for him, he's got this crazy, mindset thing going on where he's just an absolute machine, and he can do like 10, 12, 15 fucking repetitions. Like, he's like that. So you could do it that way too, but regardless, heavy weight, because we are trying to tear those muscle fibers. We're trying to like destroy the muscle so that those carbs and those proteins can come in and rebuild the muscle and create that scar tissue. That's all it is, by the way. When your muscles look big, that's because it's scar tissue on scar tissue on scar tissue, building, building, building. That's what muscle growth is. So, heavy weight, high repetition, low repetition, whatever you're into. I recommend low though, because, it feels better on the soul. But whatever. So let's talk about the nutrition of this, right? So we talked about the 110% of your TDEE. That is true. The 50-30-20 macro split can still apply, right? Because the 50% of your calories coming from carbs will give you the energy to fuel your workout, right? The 30% protein will allow your body to rebuild that muscle. And then the 20% fat will give you additional energy to, make it through the rest of your day. And, the fat is like good for, like various health reasons. We talked about it in that one episode, the macros episode. Like, fat does so many really good things for your body, but you also don't need a lot of it because your body already has fat, It doesn't need you to give it more. So that's why we keep it low, right? So yeah, bulking. 110% of your TDEE is your number for bulking, okay? Lift heavy weight. Okay? 50-30-20 macro split works just fine. Play with it, figure out what works for you. Okay, that's all. I'm sorry, I've been talking for such a long time. I hope that you enjoyed it. Happy Tuesday. I'll see you next week. Oh wait, the link tree. Link tr.ee/btcfit. Okay, I'm done. Love you. Goodbye.